That's what they're called, yeastoids.
And the lead guy, the master, the course is called...
It's called...
Rhizor.
Rhizor Bumthropolis.
The leader of the yeastoids. Rhizor Bumthropolis. Musical Monday. Musical Monday. If you wish to be a fantasy master, son,
You must become Brandon Sanderson.
Musical Monday. Hail and well met and greetings, travelers, to Musical Monday with Zach and Shae at ImprovBroadway. I'm Zach.
I'm Shae.
And we're at ImprovBroadway. And joined with us is the mystical, fantastical, fantabulous Caleb on the keys.
Betwixt the Vasa gym and the sparse parking lot, you will find Zach and Shae.
40 pesos past to the taco shop. Take a left at the crescent moon, and ye shall find Caleb on the keys.
Weaving sweet notes together to create this magic we call musicals.
This is your first time tuning into Musical Monday.
Caleb's embarrassed of us.
No,
Come
Caleb,
on.
take it back. Be proud. Caleb, be proud. If this is your first time tuning into Musical Monday, this is the show where we sing our favorite songs to the musicals that have never been heard of. And boy, oh boy, I don't know why this one is never heard of, because it is based on one of the most popular authors of all time, Brandon Sanderson.
We've all seen his face and wished we hadn't.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
Brandon, we respect you and we think
Brandon,
you're incredibly
I'm
talented.
positive Shae has no idea what you look like. I'm confident in that.
Should I cut that out?
Keep it. She needs to learn her lesson. But yeah, what's really interesting is Brandon Sanderson, the person, was actually based on a fantastical musical of the same name.
What a coinky dink.
What a huge coinky.
What a coinky think.
What do you think of that coink?
As a child, little Brandon, it was Brendan back then. He's like, oh, I want to be this person.
Yeah, his pen name is Brandon
Yeah.
Sanderson, but his real name is Brendan Sanderson.
So what's the book series where it's a hippo and they go through the hippo's mouth to the portal of the other world?
That's a Brandon Sanderson book?
I don't know.
What's the one with the virgin birth and the person who walked around Galilee?
Bible.
That's the
Written
Bible.
by Brandon Sanderson.
Brendan Sanderson.
Brendan
His earliest
Sanderson.
work. He cut his teeth with the Bible. But we're getting off course. You see, of course, Brandon Sanderson is actually a mystical hero within this really high fantasy musical that explores a lot of the same tropes that we see within a Brandon Sanderson book. We start off with an orphan, no parents, dead as a doornail. Both of them are in the ground. This little scamp has been a misfit and has to steal to survive.
Yeah. She knows how to fight and she's not afraid to bite.
And that's how she fights,
Yeah.
biting.
Biting.
When people throw up their dukes, she said, "You brought a fist to a tooth fight," and then she bites their fists.
That's why they call her Bicky Biter.
They call her Bicky Biter.
That's a good name.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I didn't write it.
Hey, Bicky, you gonna put those teeth away or what? Them's fighting mouths.
She goes teeth first in every battle.
Yeah.
And she bites on the streets of Britovia.
Britovia, where the elves are tall and the dwarves are wide.
Pretty typical high fantasy. Orcs are evil and the wizards magical. Not taking any big swings here, Brandon.
Except for one big swing.
The one difference, and this is really great because Brandon Sanderson is known for his magic systems. No. He's no J.K. Rowling who just, you wave a magic wand and anything can happen. There's always a specific magic system and rules you have to follow. And in this one, the magical resource is called plaque. The more plaque you have, the more smack you can give back.
Smack you can give back with plaque. And Bicky Biter's got a whole mouthful.
Yeah, she's been biting plaque off of other fools for years.
Yeah.
She'll bite the plaque out of your teeth.
Yeah.
To make yourself more powerful.
But, she's really sweet because one time a little kid came up to her and was like, Bicky, please, I haven't got much plaque left. Tomorrow I'll die. And she gave her some of her plaque.
Yeah, scraped it right off.
She keeps a little pocket under her tongue.
Yeah, to give to peasants.
To peasants. And then she
Plaque
says,
for the peasants, plaque for the poor, plaque for the peasants, plaque for the poor.
Shae, you're getting into the song. Let's hear this song. Plaque for the peasants.
Off goes the baker with the baker's bread. Off goes the butcher with his dragon meats. Off goes the dwarf with his dwarfy hides. And off goes the spice maker with the sand that is magical land. Off go the thieves, stealing hooglets. Hooglets are tiny lizards that live. Off go the beggars. Off go the beggars with no food, with no plaque, with no love. Off go the beggars with no bread, with no stool, with no love. Off goes the beggars begging, the begging all away, and into the forest until they won't see a sunshine day. Because off goes the sons, there's 4 sons. Off to the village are the sons, and off go the woods, there's walking trees, the walking trees, and they're mean to me. Off goes the sons, off goes the trees, off goes the beggars and the dwarves and the elves. The beggars beg.
And this just shows off Sanderson's masterful world building. It just paints the pictures of the beggars begging and the lizards.
This was also his first hand at trying to compose the music.
Yeah. A little simplistic. He didn't quite grasp the concept of a chorus when he first started writing the musical. But the world he weaves, the bakers play a huge part in this world.
I think that the actors thought it was an ensemble song.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how they went into it.
Yeah.
And the first read, they thought it was an ensemble song.
Yeah.
But the other actors hated the one actor that started.
Yeah.
So the one actor was like, are you going to say your lines?
That's why there's all those pauses
exactly.
in between.
And then the other actors are like,
Yeah, it was a real contentious production. Yeah, Brandon. At least the Sanderson tropes that came out there, they put it in a dusty tome, and it wouldn't be discovered till later, till Brandon picked it up.
That's right.
But in this world, we have.
I mean, that's correct.
Indeed. And in this world that we see this young woman, this powerful, who's just beginning to uncover the powers of her plaque when a mysterious older man sweeps into town. Mm-hmm. And he teaches her about the powers of plaque. It's not just enough that she can butter the teeth of peasants and help them survive another day, but that she's also able to see the future, bench press a cow, kick open doors with her pinky toes, and also high five the clouds.
His name is Cavitas.
Cavitas. Cavitas, he says, call me.
Yeah, he's a buff old man with scars that inscribe the story of the world and how it was created.
And with gray eyes that make the sky cry.
And with long legs so long, you can look up, but you'll never see them reach his doors.
With elbows so pointy, she thought she could spin him on the ground like a top.
With earlobes so wrinkly, if you look deep inside, they'll spell out the name of the one who will betray you. Judas.
All this descriptive language Brandon would be sure to pick up for his novels later on. But we see this training montage between them. It's a back and forth song as he is telling her all the ways you can use a plaque against the bakers, which we've established are the main antagonist of the story.
They are?
They are.
Why?
Well, because what do the bakers use as their main yeast in their bread? Plaque.
They've been scooping up orphans, scraping them of their plaques, and sending them on their way.
Oh,
Exactly.
true. That's why the orphans don't have any plaque. Because
they're
you'd
so
think
hungry.
orphans would have a lot of plaque
They
because
would,
they don't
naturally.
brush their teeth.
At all.
I mean, they do. Not that all orphans are poor. I'm
Shae,
just saying.
It's okay. We don't have to be PC. Orphans don't brush their teeth,
Well,
and
I-
everyone knows it.
I'm saying. and-
Show me one orphan with clean
Well,
teeth.
I'm saying in this world, or
Yeah.
all orphans don't brush their teeth because they don't have. They're orphans early on, and no one showed them how to do it.
Yeah, their parents died before they could teach them how to brush their
They
teeth.
died before they were born, so figure that out.
It's part of the magic.
Every orphan crawls out of the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Macbeth.
It's Macbeth. It explains it to itself over and over and over again. And the play reminds itself whenever the audience is confused. They go, it's Macbeth.
It's Macbeth.
It's
Let me be clear.
And then they look at their playbill and they go, is it Macbeth?
Yeah, they keep tossing it in. There'll be like a character at a restaurant ordering an alcoholic beverage, and they're like, "I'd like the it's Macbeth," and they wink at the audience.
Wink.
Yeah,
Wink, wink, wink.
it's hidden, but it's not in this song.
Not in this
No,
song.
or anywhere else that we'll discuss today.
And this is where we unveil the second Brandon Sanderson trope, because Brandon Sanderson will talk about like pretty adult grisly things, but because he knows a lot of kids are reading his books, he'll never go into like explicit detail. And so he's warning the main protagonist of all the dangers of the world, but never quite gets explicit. In this song, the world's a real fricked up place. Listen to me, Donkatron. That's your name, right?
Bicky Biter.
Well, from now on, when you're working with me, your apprentice name is Donkatron.
That's your last apprentice. Don't mistake me with them.
Sorry.
I won't make their same mistakes.
Something awful happened to my last apprentice. Something bad with their blood. There were some exit holes on their skin. It wasn't fun. You see, sharp things entered softer things, and it made blood go on the ground. And when I saw that the life was no longer in my apprentice, no happiness could be found. The world's a fricked up place, for real. The world's a fricked up place. And I don't wanna use too strong language, but the world's something I hate.
If you underestimate me, you'll find yourself separated from your teeth. And I mean that very nicely. I don't take kindly to physical insults, so I think we can both agree to be adults. The world's a fricked up place.
Freaking freaked up
And
place.
I am just a kid.
Freaking freaked up
The
place.
world's a fricked up place.
It's so freaking freaked up.
And we can't erase the graphic stuff rated R. The graphic stuff rated
PG-13, the graphic stuff rated PG. The okay stuff rated G. And And don't get me started, some women in this world don't get treated very nice. The men in power guide them into their room and do naughty stuff at night. It makes me sick to think what they do to the young ladies of town. It makes my blood boil, and aforementioned makes me frown. The world's a freaked up place. A freaking freaked up place. The world's a freaked up place. The place, a place that makes me wanna say, dang darn it, a freaked up place.
My parents are the opposite of alive. I don't wanna say that they died, because that is too scary, will we? And I am not prepared, will we?
You and I need to do a revolution, but saying explicitly isn't the solution. So we're gonna have to annex some heinous things, but we're gonna have to dumb down our language, capiche? So instead of saying kill them, we're gonna liberate them from their souls. Instead of saying war, we're gonna say confrontation battles.
Instead of saying that you peed in front of me, we're gonna say that you use the public latrine. Instead of saying that you like killing, we're gonna say that you have a sadistic side to you.
I have a dark side, a freaking dark side. Please don't bring it out, my freaking dark side. I've got a dark side. Don't ever mention my dead wife.
I've also got a dark side. Don't mention my dark side. Your dark side isn't like mine.
My dark side's darker than your dark side, the darkest side of my side.
I hope your side is darker than my dark side.
Your dark side is too dang dark. It is freaking dark. It's making me crazy. It's bringing out my dark side.
Your dark side's bringing out my dark side.
My dark side.
It just goes to show that no matter what we like, the world will always be a freaked up place till we die.
I mean, no longer live. They had clowns in it, and they would go across. They go across stage.
The clowns are a fictional character like the dwarves.
Like the dwarves.
You got your dwarves, your elves, your clowns.
And you got, what were those lizards called?
Hogblobs?
Oh my gosh. But you know what? I hate to spoil it, and everyone hates when a Sanderson is spoiled. But at the end of the musical, the mentor sacrifices himself to protect Bicky Biter.
Bicky Biter.
And he finally calls her by her real name, acknowledging her as the next Blackborn.
Yeah. And it's a real Obi-Wan.
It's a real Obi-Wan.
It's a real you owe me one.
It's a real you owe me one, Obi-Wan. We all know what that is.
So the Bicky Biter has a choice. She can either take vengeance on the whole Eutheria, which is what the world is called.
Yeah.
Based off urethra.
Yeah, he likes to base off real events, and the things from our world was the plaque on your teeth, your urethra, and the fact that bakers exist.
That's pretty much it.
So she can either take vengeance on the whole Eutheria, or she can have mercy and believe in the light side. And we're gonna figure out what she does in this next song.
As she's facing off against the head baker. Yeastoid.
That's what they're called, yeastoids.
And the lead guy, the master, of course, is called.
It's called
Rhizor.
Rhizor Bunthropolis.
The leader of the Eastoids. Rhizor Bunthropolis, leader of the Eastoids.
And so Let's hear that song. Don't give in when the suns are down.
What shall it be, Bicky? It's your chance to thrust me in the oven. Me, Rhizor, Yeastoids, Banthropolis.
Well, you're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
Bread was made to be eaten. And I've got sharper teeth than you've ever seen before, old man.
Your chompers are large.
Yeah.
Your courage is even larger.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of the things you'll do. I'm afraid of myself and my potential. I'm afraid if my stomach's not full, 'cause I hunger, yeah, I hunger for vengeance and revenge. Are you scared, yeastoid, that your time will meet an end? Because I hunger, yes, I hunger to be consumed in flames. An orphan doesn't have a name unless she leaves a legacy to see her flames.
Yes, give in to your baker's needs. If you want to avenge your mentor, then you must seek revenge. So go ahead and push me off that ledge. Yes, you can do it, yes, it's true. 'Cause once you push me into the oven, a baker will be you.
I hunger, yes, I hunger. Yes, I hunger for revenge.
Hunger for revenge.
I hunger. Yes, I hunger. Yes, I hunger for revenge. But my bark is weaker than my bite, and my bite is very strong. And I work to correct the evil that has wrong. Look at all the beggars and dwarves and elves that are begging, pleading for your help. You do nothing. You let them hunger. You let them hunger, 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 hunger.
No bread for you,
Yes, I
no
hunger.
bread for you,
Yes,
no
I
bread for
hunger
you, no bread for you, no bread for you,
Yes,
no
I
bread, no
hunger.
bread,
Yes,
no
I
bread,
hunger.
only bread
Yes, I
for
hunger
me.
for revenge. You
Push
think
me,
that
push me,
I'm
push me.
unpleasant?
Push
Well,
me,
I
push
am
me,
just
push
a
me.
peasant, but I
Push and
won't
get into
give
your
in.
destiny.
There's no room in this inn for you to be in, but I will not give in to my dark side.
The dark side.
I'll let you stay alive.
No, no.
But you cannot hide.
No.
From the Eurethas world civilization.
My urethra is burning, and only now am I learning that baking was meant for everyone.
Yes, I hunger. Yes, I
you
hunger for
Yes,
a
I
healthy
hunger.
urethra.
I hunger
Yes, I hunger.
too.
Yes, I hunger for a healthy urethra.
So bake me, not for revenge, but to make some bread. 'Cause you can feed my body to everyone when I am dead.
You will feed us with your riches, and the witches will feast. But you are still going to be the least on the social ladder. You'll be crushed like last week's dough. I'm sorry, but you've been defeated, yeastoid bro. So when you go into the cell, now you must burn in hell. But you won't die, because I will not let you not be alive. Yes, I hunger.
Yes,
I
you hunger.
for
Yes, you
sweet
sweet
justice. Yes,
You
I hunger. Yes, I hunger. But
for
you will still live.
Well done, my Padawan, my sweet black swan. You've done it, you've cast out revenge. 'Cause when you kill for justice. That's right, when you kill for justice.
But I
That's
didn't
right.
kill him.
I mean, attempted murder for justice.
No, I just put him in a cell. Remember?
Even better. Now, the master's become the student.
Thank you, Obi-Wan.
You're welcome, Deltatron. I mean, Binky Biter. And critics said they stuck that landing so hard.
Best part of the song.
That's part of the song. The theme of hunger. They're all hungry for something. Hungry for justice.
Hungry for an ending that is satisfying.
Or at least over.
At least over. If a meal can't be good, at least it can be finished.
That's a quote from the musical.
Sanderson, the musical.
Sanderson. Great Sanderson.
Oh my gosh. And my goodness, we're so grateful for all the work that Sanderson has done for this world. And we're so grateful for you, for watching the work that we humbly present to the world for your review.
I don't know what Brandon Sanderson looks like.
Yep, I knew it.
I just was mean.
For no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Comedy. But what is funny is try as you might to get rid of us. Try as you might to wave a magic wand and make us disappear. We'll be back.
Unless you don't listen to us.
Unless you so viciously and cruelly berate us, we get so embarrassed we leave. But we're sure you won't do that. Because you love this magic just as much as we do. And what's the spell? What's the incantation that will summon us? Why, of course, 2 magical words. Music commanding. Yes, I hunger. Yes, I hunger. I'm so hungies. I hungry for hunger.
Yeah, right?